vintage red beef, well fed. You're the Tuscan sun, you're the only one. But all I really want, you see, is to know you through to some degree. You're the mountain air, all things fair. You were Portofino, San Marino, Monte Carlo, Grand Casino. But all I really want, you know, is to know you through and take it slow for a while. You are everything to me, the last decree, the guarantee, and I would go back underground if ever you were not around. Your cashmere.
Anthony, I can't believe that I'm standing here with you today. And when I say that, I don't mean I'm surprised in some way that we made it to this point, because I'm not at all. What I mean to say is that I'm in awe of how absolutely incredible you are and how lucky I am to be standing here moments away from being declared your wife. With the time we've spent together over the years, I've had the amazing pleasure of getting to know you and finding out who you are. And I just want to highlight some of the things that make me feel so lucky to be standing here with you today. You are truly one of the most loyal people I've met. Whether it's a football team or your friends from all different points in your life, you don't give up on the people you love. In a world that outgrows people, you stick by their side and grow with them, and that's such a beautiful thing. You're not afraid to be outside of your comfort zone for the people you love, even when that means helping me take care of my garden or dancing with me in public when a beautiful song comes on. You don't expect situations to cater to you in order for you to be able to move forward and love people. Instead, you move forward and try your best and trust that you will learn and grow from it. You're also a secret goofball who has a laugh that can lighten up a room. You make life bright and full with the joy that you bring every day. You make the mundane things in life, like going to the grocery store and doing laundry, something I look forward to. The last thing I want to mention that makes me feel incredibly lucky to be the woman that marries you today is that you're a man of God. You're someone who trusts the Lord for wisdom, healing, and a love deeper than what we can muster. You point me back to what's really important when I get wrapped up in the small things. Help me remember the bigger picture of God's love, and remind me that there are three beings that make this relationship work.
Proverbs 18:22 says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." I've been thinking about that all morning. And baby, you are a good thing from the Lord. And outside of giving my life to the Lord, getting to marry you is the best thing that's ever happened to me. There are so many things that I love and admire about you. I love that you have committed your life to the Lord. Even when you are frustrated and don't understand why things are a certain way, you still choose to trust Him. I admire how much you love people. Me and so many others have benefited from this time and time again. You are willing to set yourself aside for others. I have learned so much from you in this area. I admire how strong-willed you are. And yes, this may lead to us butting heads at times, but your ambition is so attractive to me and will most certainly lead us to doing great things. I love that you are a goofy gal naturally. This has made dating you so fun and at times unpredictable, and I am confident that this will lead to a fun lifetime with you. On the flip side of that, I admire how intentional you are, continuously striving to know and understand me better. I love that you are patient, because without that quality, I don't think that we'd be standing right here today. Your patience with people is a gift from God, and I can say with confidence that there are so many people in your life that benefit from your patience. I love being encouraged by you, because there's nothing like being encouraged by the one you love.
I first met him years ago when we worked at a t-shirt shop together. And I don't know if I ever actually expressed this to you, but I literally left and I was like, I really want to be this guy's friend. He's so nice. He was so warm, and it's so easy to see why this many people love him. And Angela. Where do I even begin with Angela? I think my first memory with Angela was she crawled through a 1 cinder block hole in an in-construction building just to prove that she could. She has a loving, fun personality that draws everyone in. These two are both amazing friends, great personalities, and perfect complements to each other. It's not crazy to think that they'll be a good team, but it is crazy to think that such perfect complementary people found each other to make that team. I'm extremely happy to see these two team up. Their combined warmth will make their home the envy of the town on football Sundays, cheese and wine nights, friend hangouts, bonfires, any event. I and many others will want to be there because of how these two show their love to their friends and to each other. Together, these two are passionate for the Lord and will bring glory to Him through their marriage. Two are better than one because they have good return for their labor. If either one of them falls, the other one will lift up his companion. But woe to the one who falls when there's not another to lift him up. Solomon states that two are better than one. He comments that they have good return for their labor. They're efficient. They can combine their strengths and do more than the sum of what they would do alone. Marriage is a relationship in which two begin a lifelong journey under a promise of commitment, love, and sacrifice, mirroring God's commitment, love, and sacrifice for us. Anthony and Angela, marriage is a beautiful journey where God will use each of your strengths and your weaknesses to grow the other person. Spend time thanking God for one another's strengths. Encourage one another. Allow yourself to learn from one another and be willing to give yourselves to one another. You're a team. It's encouraging to know that you will always have someone to advocate for you. You provide security for one another. Two is good, but it's not enough. When leaning on one another, we get endurance and we get strength, but we are all still imperfect. Our strength wanes, we grow weak under the pressure of life. This is where that third strand is needed. God doesn't struggle under pressure. His hand comforts at all times. His grace empowers us to be who He designed us to be. His love provides true security and significance. And He's perfect and nothing will change that. So, Anthony and Angela aren't just two, they're three because they've invited God into their lives as individuals. And therefore, together, they're putting God at the center of their marriage, intertwining Him in their cord. I met with them before this, and they wanted me to share this during the ceremony, the one thing that changed their lives the most. And that was starting a relationship with God. They started that relationship by considering God's grace. God's grace is in response to the humbling reality that we do wrong things. And those wrong things, what the Bible calls sin, are saying no to God at times. We're separated from Him, and our deepest need is to be together with our Creator and to be accepted by Him. And yet, Romans 5:8 says, "But God demonstrates His own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." Jesus Christ entered our world fully God and yet fully man, and lived a perfect life, so that when Jesus died on the cross, He underwent the punishment that each of us deserves. Ephesians 2:8 says, "For it is by grace that you've been saved, through faith. And this is not from yourselves, it's the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast." It is grace that resolves our relationship with God, nothing else. This is a gift that these two have both chosen to receive, and you can do the same by asking God to forgive your sins once and for all through what Christ did on the cross.
You are everything to me, the lost decree, the guarantee, and I would go back underground if ever you were not around. Yes, you are everything to me, the lost decree, the guarantee, and I would go back underground.